Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is
corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and for my jammies. So
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jammies.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's
I can
all
do
we can
Nigeria,
take.
but I choose to stay.
Close the show, you for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now
Today is the 10th of October. It's a World Mental Health Day, and as it is, I will check out the team for this year. But you know, it's all about more and more often in the noughties up until the 2010s, even up until now, the importance of mental health cannot be overemphasized. We've been talking about it and all about. Back then, we would suffer a number of abuse and just let it go that we're being trained to be strong and all of that. But these days, as much as mental health is important, there is also the talk about children being raised weakly. That's for another discussion and all of that. Like I remember, like I mentioned, that excerpt I saw from a Piers Morgan interview where he spoke about it. But that aside, you know, this morning we're talking about, earlier on, we're talking about the price of fuel
So
and
funny
how it
enough,
would...
coincidentally, the theme for this month, for this year is mental health at work.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mental
emphasizing
health.
the importance of the safe, healthy working environment for, you know, employers, for employees, right?
Okay, so let's start with
basically
that,
also
yeah?
supporting the mental well-being.
Let's start with that.
You know.
I think all looking at ensuring that the work is a safe place. Now, let me start from experiences of people I know and myself, where people will come to work and, you know, a lot of your mental health and the place at work depends on maybe your boss, your supervisor, or your line manager. How conducive is the environment to work with? How healthy is the relationship with your co-workers? You don't have to be friends. Yes, you are colleagues, but you have, and you should and can be civil. But there are times when a work environment pits employees against each other, especially in areas where you are competing, say marketing or somewhere, you are competing for, you know, you're trying to put the top price. And so because they're pitted against each other, targets, and all of that, everybody's trying to hit the other person down to get higher and all of that. So environments like that can be toxic. You know, so I wanted to start from there.
Even besides marketing, there's also the issue of the employee relations. Like, how do you even speak to your employees? Do you speak to them in an empathetic way or in a condescending way? That's a question. Because I remember seeing a post of someone saying that words by our classmates shattered our self-esteem.
Oh, yes, yes.
Some things that people say, you don't know how deep. And you know something, when I was actually seeing that, when I saw the headlines, because I couldn't listen to it, I actually took a pause myself because I've always been the type who just says things as it is and then I just move on.
Oh,
and so, oh, please. And so it made me wonder. I remember a friend of mine, she was pregnant here, and she was not optimal. And this is somebody I know that when she's gisting, as heavily pregnant she is, when she's, you know, flunking work, she's very excited. But when it's time to do the work, she would like start acting like, oh, she's about to die. And I recall telling her that, come on, pick up yourself. What's the meaning of this? When she had her baby, she told me that that statement I made really hurt her because the day I said it, she was actually not in a good way. But then I said something to her. I said, just before you went into that phase that day, I saw you gisting excitedly. When it was time to work was when you did this. And then she was trying to explain to me that, okay. And then, of course, we understand that pregnancy mood swings and all come up. But then that statement, as me just saying to you that, come on, pick yourself up. It really hurt her. And so at some point, one needs to also examine the things they say and how they say it. Sometimes your honest views might actually do a lot of damage to the person.
Yeah, but then again, let's see that from another perspective, because I mean, we cannot keep walking around eggshells around each other. There are times that, you know, some honest reviews or views or feedbacks need to be had or needs to be said. But then it is also in the communication and in the approach. And that's where emotional intelligence comes in. I know we had conversations around emotional intelligence last week. That's where it comes in. It is in the diplomacy that you know,
trust me, when I'm saying
the conversation,
I
know. But then again,
but
I'm also I'm also still piggybacking on that is when she communicated that to you about how she felt, how did you respond to it? Some people could have been aggressive and say, hey, but you were not, this minute you were working, this minute you were excited, this minute you were not, when it was time for you to work. They could have, approached it aggressively. But the approach which the way you responded to it, which was, oh, this was, and then you guys had a civil conversation about it. Oh, it was not civil. Oh, okay. but ideally, it should have been. Ideally, it should have been. And then you could have apologized, and then you get it over. You get it over with, and that's been sorted. So I think it's also in the approach as well. How do we communicate with our colleagues? How often do we even check on our colleagues?
Checking on our colleagues.
How often do we check on our colleagues? How often do you look? Mike, how are you doing?
That was not the best response.
Your fake asking is even affecting the mental health more from checking it. Now, when I'm looking at, something here, there is no one size fits all.
Yeah.
And that is what you have to understand. When I listen to motivational speakers and everybody, one thing in the few years I've had to experience life is that there is no one size fits all. When you come up with a template and you come to a company or something and you're talking and this is how it should be done, no. People are trained that in different situations there will be different ways you would have to respond.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that the work environment, it's not your blood family.
Yeah.
The way your mother and your sister will talk to you and say, how are you?
Yep.
It's not the way your boss is going to talk to you and say, how are you? He has expectations. That's what we're talking about. Remember when I mentioned the P.S. Morgan thing? You are competing. And let's look at professional sports. That's easy. That's an easy place to lay all of this out. You are in an environment, I know, for lack of some other things, many motivational speakers have spoken about it, you are going up against sharks. It's a competitive world.
It's a dog world.
Exactly. And so for that, if I am going up, I remember telling somebody something that, people are talking about, oh, you're competing with yourself. There was this competition I won. I went to the brand manager to talk about something. Do you know what? I entered his office, or we were like a group, we entered his office, and immediately we just told him. He was facing his door. We don't see what was back. So we're talking to him. When we finished, I turned to take a little distance and go out. I saw their #1 competition. Let me just, I will not mention, but it was a drink. It was just only there in front of him. And he was
that
sitting
was
back.
his
Do you understand? And
focus.
I was looking at it. Those guys were doing better.
So every time he thinks he's doing
so
good, he reminds himself.
he just comes back and sits down
yeah.
and understand. And in that kind of scenario, that's why I said, look, you mix and match. In that kind of scenario, you want generals to go with you to war. Because, look, we've seen clearly, you know this particular brand that was, at one point in time, this brand had 80% of market share for smartphones. You know the brand.
Yes.
You know the brand.
Yes.
Nokia. They were there.
Yeah.
Today, where are they? Where are people that were employed there? What I'm saying is that for mental health in the workplace, there is a balance that needs to be struck.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, I've never been able to understand slacking off work. I've never. Because I've always believed that whatever pays your bills, you need to give it your best, no matter how little it is. While you're in that space, while you have that time to get your job done, give it your best shot. You can be mad at your employer. You can detest most of the things they do. But when it's time for you to work, do what you have to do and get out.
And to wrap it up, I'm just going to add that we should begin to inculcate the excellent mindsets, in our, approach to work, because it helps, to build an efficient and efficient working environments.
Yeah. And then this issue of empathy, employers should also understand that when somebody is paying 5,000 naira for transportation to the office, and then you are now telling the person that you cannot close at 5 because I have extra work for you. 5 is even late, but I have extra work for you, and you are not considering certain things. That's lack of empathy. Let's just keep those things in mind.
Oh, God.
We can time out now. Let us know in the comments, so we'll be back after this time out.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications.
You're welcome to the kitchen this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. It's time for us to prepare breakfast, and that will be done by the one and only Chef Joy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous.
Awesome. Okay, so what are we having for breakfast?
Okay, we'll be making Chinese egg fried rice.
Okay. So
it's an intercontinental dish, but very simple to make.
Very, very easy to make, I tell you. Chinese stir fried rice. That's egg fried rice. So if you've been wondering how to make it, you may want to keep your eyes on your TV screen today to learn from Chef Joy. As she said, it's a very easy recipe. Let's talk about the ingredients. What are we making use of?
Okay, basically, majority of the ingredients are more vegetables.
Okay.
Okay, so we have diced carrots, we have cabbage, yeah. Okay. We have our green pepper, our spring onions. Okay. Here we have grated ginger and garlic. Then we have my secret spice over here. Then we have this is actually my special powder mix for marinating the chicken.
Okay.
Then we have our seasoning cubes, we have onion, we have eggs, of course, from the name. Then we have our sauces and the rice itself.
Okay, so can you tell us what's in your secret again?
Okay. Here we have, it's what you can find in the store. It's very easy. We have paprika here. We have onion powder. We have cayenne pepper. We have ginger powder. And we have chili sauce. Chili pepper, rather.
Chili pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's mixed this up.
Then there's a bit of salt.
A bit of salt as well?
Yes, because I, for one, I don't use salt to cook.
Okay.
So because I feel this has its own content of salt, the seasoning cubes has its own content of salt too.
Oh, okay. So you prefer doing away with the salt and doing just the seasoning cubes.
Then the
ingredients are currently here and the herbs, which you refuse to tell us what's in there. Well, we'll come to that. Chinese egg fried rice is what we're making this morning. The ingredients are on your screen right now. Rice, onions, carrots, green pepper, spring onions, cabbage, eggs, ginger, garlic, chicken, oil, spice, seasoning cubes. Okay, for the spices, I know for oils, we're also making use of sesame oil.
Yes, we have the oyster sauce and we have the light soy sauce.
Why aren't you using the dark?
Yeah, you can, but I just feel, since I have the oyster sauce, it's going to give me that color.
Color already, well,
yes.
True. Oyster sauce is also good for the color.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about how we're going to put it together. What's the process? Okay. I know we're already boiling water for rice, but what's the process for putting it together?
Okay, first off, I'm going to, season my chicken, okay, and leave that for...
okay, so let's do that now so we know how you're going about it. I'm still very curious about this. Even if you not tell all of us, you tell me, right? What's the herbs you're making use of? Okay. Are you going to tell me? Okay, you know what? You've washed this, right?
Yes, I have. It's washed already.
Okay. All right, so what are you going to do now? You're going to put...
Yes, I'm going to put my powder mix in here.
Okay.
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 Then I mix.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me make room for us to see what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So Now, this already has onions in it.
Yes.
Now, onion powder tastes different. I don't know how to explain it. It has this fresh onion taste.
Yes.
And so it's something you might want to consider. If you're the type of person who doesn't like fresh onions, you should invest in onion powder. It gives you that onion taste without seeing your onions in your food. It's actually a good alternative.
So this is fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave this for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Then we'll go ahead to boil our rice.
Okay, so it's just the spices you're making use of for
Yes.
this.
It's already mixed up
seasoning
already.
cube.
No salt.
Because you
Everything
already
is-
put the salt.
Yes, everything is here.
Let's get on with the cooking process, okay? At the end of the show, of course, you get to see the finished product. However, we will come back to the kitchen, so we'll show you just how much progress we've made so far. MM is on standby right now, though, for our display.
All right, thank you very much, Mary. It's time for our arts display. And this morning, we're showcasing the incredible work of Deji Olokun. He's a self-taught digital artist and fashion photographer whose work has been featured in GQ Glamour and major brand campaigns. This guy's work is brilliant, guys. I mean, it's mind-blowing, literally. How are you, Deji?
Very well. Good morning.
So good to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
How did you feel being featured on GQ Glamour when they reached out to you and said they would like to feature your artwork?
Yeah.
What went through your mind?
I think it's one of those "Mama, we made it" moments.
Love it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those moments, and also it's like a fulfilling moment for me as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, so for someone like me that came from a background of what do we do, how do we do it, right? So coming here to Lagos and having to do something of that scale, yeah, it's really one of those "Mama, we made it" moments. So yeah, it was a fulfilling one for me.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
You've been into, fashion photography, digital arts for quite a number of years now.
Yeah.
What is your thought process? Take us through your creative mind when it comes to, putting together an artwork.
Okay. So one thing one element that is really constant in most of my work is use of colors.
Yeah, I see
yes,
that.
So I make use of very vibrant colors, and I try my best to sort of make sense of those colors, because I think it's one of those things that people run away from because it can get messy quickly.
Exactly.
Yes. So what goes through my mind whenever I want to come up with an idea like that is I sort of want to express an experience that I've gone through, and having to now put that in something that people find appealing, right? So it's the use of elements like shapes, different sizes of shapes, and like I said, colors as well. I'm an experienced painter and pencil artist.
Okay.
So dabbling into photography, the experience that I've just sort of gathered over the years in those spaces just
implemented it into
how I shoot as well. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this particular art piece.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I love the use of colors there. And like you said, for a lot of artists run away from using too many colors. They like to stick to just white and black.
Yes.
So that way their work doesn't get a lot of critiquing as well.
Exactly.
Let's talk about this particular art piece. I love the fashion photography. You can see those elements in this particular work. Talk to us about it.
I titled this Orange.
Orange.
Yes,
Nice.
Orange.
It could sell for an album.
Yes.
For an album.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So one of the things that I consider whenever I'm creating is, what if a magazine reaches out to you, or a platform reaches out to you, right? Is this something that can serve as a cover, right? So just the way you said it can serve as an album, it just passes for that. So I wanted to do something that can be colorful at the same time speak to black. So most people think that, or people that are not necessarily black, think that black is just a dull color. But what I've noticed is being black makes you sort of
unique,
adaptable to different things. as a black person, you can rock different
Anything.
colors. Yeah, it just sort of sits well, right? So that was
fluid. It's like water.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was the first thing that came to my mind when I wanted to come up with this idea, or when I wanted to create this idea. So when we even did this shoot, it was myself and the model in the studio.
Okay.
2 vendors cancelled on us, the stylist and the makeup artist. So I did the makeup myself.
Wow,
Yeah.
you do makeup.
I don't do makeup.
Oh, you wear a lot of hats then. If you dabbled into it, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, so we created, and in post-production, I just realized that if I sort of made her extremely dark, it sort of just passes the message that I'm trying to communicate to people, right? And we created this in 2019.
Okay.
And since that time, it has gotten so many features.
Let's look quickly at the other art, just right beside it. I love the silhouette. You know, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
So
it's giving me that a little bit of James Brown feel.
Yeah, Grace Jones. Yeah.
Grace Jones.
Yes.
Talk to us. What inspired this particular artwork?
So I was trying to speak to how people or creatives can keep going at stuff constantly without having to take a break. So I wanted to simplify how juicy it is when you are creating or when you are doing stuff. And it's mostly anybody that creates, and yourself as well. You just want to keep going at work.
Juices
Just want to
flowing.
want to keep going at work, want to keep going at work. So I sort of wanted to make a sense of how we see work as creatives. Like we want to keep going at it.
It's like an ever-flowing fountain.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I made use of the watermelon that she's biting into.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, once you see it, you want to just keep going because you love what you do, right?
It's sweet.
Exactly, it is sweet. Yeah, so
love it.
That's what I was trying to do in that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know, it's quite unassuming because I see what you did with the watermelon there. The color, it blends and complements right into the color in the background.
Yeah.
And it's beautifully articulated. I love it. Quickly, let's talk about the other art piece.
Yeah.
It tells a story.
Yes, it does.
What's the story behind that one?
So this is part of the latest collection that I'm exhibiting in 3 days, actually. Sorry, in 2 days. I titled it Creativity. So it speaks to waiting to be inspired. So we have the model sort of just in a calm state, and the way I see creativity is no matter the state you are in, whether you are going at something, you are in motion or you are in calm states, if you're a creative person, you're just a creative person. It's in you. It's a gift. So what I've done is I've just now infused vibrancy, flowers, a valley, anything that just speaks to colors. Or anything that just sort of grows in you, right?
It's like blooming.
Yes.
Like a blooming flower.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All those elements in there.
Yeah.
You have to have an intricate eye for detail to to notice them. Your works are brilliant.
I'm
looking at them and I'm in total awe of them.
Thank you so much.
Continue to be a gift. I mean, we love this gift. And I know your exhibition is coming on this Saturday.
Yes, it is.
And we'll definitely be there to support
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All the best.
All
the best.
Yeah.
And we'll take a break right now. The show continues shortly, people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
tell me that you sent someone to follow me to terrorize me.
I don't know what
Just stop lying to me, Charlie. You are the only enemy I have in this life.
All I want now is to earn your forgiveness. I'm an inmate here, just like you are. Charlie Cruz, conditional freedom. We will now begin this process by review.
Where is Eric?
Hey! Out of the way! Eric! I was born ready, princess.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
You're welcome again to the kitchen on Wake Up Nigeria. Breakfast is being prepared by Chef Joy. She's bringing us so much happiness this morning. Talking about Chinese egg fried rice. This recipe is very easy, very simple, and so you get to learn how to make it this morning. So let's continue with the process. So far, so good. Here's what we've done. We've washed the rice. Yes, the rice is washed. We've also season the chicken, which we did before we took a break. So we're going to fry the eggs, and while frying the eggs, we'll also fry the rice, like literally fry the rice. I'd like you to see how.
TVC Communications, Nigeria.
Yes, right there. So the eggs will be frying while we fry the rice. We call it egg fried rice for a reason, right? Because the rice is supposed to be fried. Okay, so if you're wondering at the dots in the pots, they are herbs, okay? So we use herbs-infused oil. So what herbs do we have in there?
Okay, we have, they are actually fresh herbs that are infused in the oil. Okay. We have a lot, but I'll just mention a few. Okay. Okay, so we have basil. Okay. Okay, we have basil, we have dill, we have sage, we have parsley. Okay. Then we have some dry herbs too inside, like thyme, you know, rosemary and the rest.
Okay, but are they, okay, the ones you mentioned initially, the basil and co, they're fresh?
Yes, fresh.
Oh,
I
so
actually infused it in an oil. Okay, so then I heat it up a bit. Okay. Then I sieved out those herbs. So we can still see some particles.
Of it.
Yes.
So those are the dots, the particles of the herbs. Okay. So we are using that herb-infused oil to fry the rice. Is there a reason?
Roast. We are roasting,
the rice. Okay. Is there a reason we are using the herbs-infused oil to roast?
For some people who are used to most Chinese meals, we all know that they love flavor. So we're actually building flavor in the meal. Okay. Yes. So that's why we are infusing. Yes.
Okay. So let me continue with the egg for you while you roast the rice.
Oil heated up.
Yes, the oil is heating up again. Yes, it is. So there we go. Oh, I love the sizzling sound of something frying, roasting.
So at this point, I'll just be adding a bit of ginger and garlic.
Okay.
We are building flavor, remember?
Okay.
So I'll be tossing this while it is roasting.
So ginger and garlic into the rice?
Yes.
Okay. Note, we still have water to boil the rice, so
use this.
Yeah, awesome. So we still have water in the rice, okay? Water for the rice, because we're going to boil the rice as well. This is done just to ensure that the flavor is really built up in the rice, so you have maximum taste when it comes to how the rice turns out. Okay? All right, so. Oh, this is looking almost ready. Yeah. Because I know the eggs have to be a particular way
We're actually making it in scrambled form.
Okay. So the roasting is going to go on for how long?
Till when we see a slightly changed color in the rice.
Okay, when you say slightly changed, what color are we looking out for?
A bit of brown.
A bit of brown.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is going to go on for at least 5 more minutes.
Yes.
So we're going to let it continue, and then, of course, afterwards, we'll boil the rice. I really can't wait for how this pans out. We're using the pan we're using for the eggs, that's to fry the eggs, to also...
to actually fry up the chicken too. Yes. So we are shallow frying the chicken.
Okay.
Yes.
Almost like pan-searing, is that what we're doing to
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Okay. All right. Can't wait for the results of this. It's going to be awesome, I'm sure. And you know, food and celebration go hand in hand, right? So that's why we get to celebrate your loved ones on their birthday right now with Mike.
All right, now let's get to celebrate you and your loved ones on your birthday. We'll kick off with Adiatu Nofisat. 12th of October is your birthday, and Nofisat is celebrating her wonderful self. Happy birthday, Adiatu Nofisat. 12th of October, your birthday.
Very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Afolabi Asuto, the 12th of October is your birthday, and Sheyi Fumi is wishing you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Afolabi.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Ajimohun Maria, the 15th of October is your birthday, and Olua Tosin is wishing you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maria.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
Blessing Oyiza, the 11th of October is your birthday, and you are wishing your wonderful self a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Blessing.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get.
Everybody with a peace sign today, I like that. All right, Fumilayo Bello, the 15th of October is your birthday, and Adegoke Bello is wishing you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Fumilayo.
All that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
Matami Habib, the 12th of October is your birthday, and this is from Adisa Moritala. Happy birthday, Matami Habib.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
There, that was Matomi Habib. Matomi Habib, happy birthday. Now, our Olamide Adefe Ayafela, the 11th of October is your birthday, and this is from Otaiku Hamid. Happy birthday, Olamide. This is such a beautiful picture. Happy birthday, Olamide.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
Olanion Oluwaseyi, the 12th of October is your birthday, and you are wishing yourself a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sheyi.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Ologbonyo Feromi, the 13th of October is your birthday, and you are wishing your wonderful self a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Feromi.
I wish you very well. well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
I like the way your hair falls. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Oluwatoyin Akirimbola. The 13th of October is your birthday, and you are wishing your beautiful, smiley self a happy birthday.
All that you prayed for this year, you will have. All that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more.
Tofumilayo Bukola, the 12th of October is your birthday, and this is a birthday wish from Temitayo Amure. Happy birthday, Bukola.
You will have all that you prayed for this year, you will have. All that you wish for this year, you go get.
YB Samuel, happy birthday. The 12th of October is your birthday, and this is from Shei Fumi. Happy birthday, Samuel.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for.
Happy birthday to all our celebrants. This is wishing you the best of life and, of course, the best in the coming year. And that's it on the first lap of the show. It's been a bright and colorful, wonderful first half. We'll take a recess. Stay with us. The second lap coming right up.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
Bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you sing your day one step at a time.
On Max.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take.
I choose to stay.
Close the show, Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and
Well. If you are just tuning in, it's a second lap of the show. Welcome to the second lap on Wake Up Nigeria. We've had a wonderful time so far.
Yes,
you had a wonderful art display discussion.
He is
love the
brilliant,
pieces.
by the way.
Okay.
I think he is brilliant. He is such a phenomenal mind. I mean, those sort of minds you want to get into with my ear.
Don't worry, don't worry about that. I'll get it up.
Thank you so much,
but if
Mike,
you missed that art
being such a
display,
gentleman.
you can catch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll get the replay. Of course, we've also had the beautiful Chef Joy in the kitchen. You know, I was mentioning that, look, there's the way somebody looks, you just know, say, this person goes sabi cook, their food is sweet. And Joy has that.
The aroma is filling the air,
that spice of,
love it.
of somebody who knows what she's doing. Looking forward to that one.
Rice.
Oh,
You
maybe
are roasting the rice before boiling it, yes.
Maybe you're too excited,
So
I don't
you're
like
using
it.
herbs-infused oil to roast your rice, so that by the time you even take a spoonful of that rice, you just be hearing, hallelujah, oh my goodness.
I don't
And then,
like
of
you when
course,
Mary
this
is
the
excited
egg.
in the kitchen.
The eggs are ready. The chicken now ready as well. Okay, so you guys just keep your fingers crossed. Look forward to the...
I don't like it.
Definitely going to be a
I don't like it when you are that
breakfast
excited.
to remember.
Why?
You're that excited in the kitchen, Mary. I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Oh, for one, it shows that the chef knows what she's doing. For two, you are going to be active. But hey, come on. My name is Mike Mexicano.
And I am Emil Koche. Whether you're lounging at home or just sipping that cup of coffee or in transit on your way to work, we have got you right here on the show. Remember, guys, that you can catch us live on GOTV channel 16 and on UHF 49.
All right. You can also stream live at the website tvcentertainment.tv, on YouTube, TVC Entertainment, and of course via our apps. Now let's get straight into what we have left. Of course, we have a tech discussion. Tech discussion will come up quite soon. And after that tech discussion, of course, we also have a musical performance. But that tech discussion, we're going to be talking about the digital literacy and, of course, social media for kids and all of that. But that will be quite interesting. Frederick Igbembo will be here with us for that one.
For a musical performance, we have Ola Oluwashubomi. She is a 20-year-old recording artist with an amazing voice and lyrical brilliance who will be blowing us away with her performance later on.
Some blessings on us, while at it we light up, another blunt is going.
And we have a book, Pathway to Life, A Journey of Fulfillment. The author is Temidayo Faduye, a seasoned growth and development coach. We'll be having that chat a little bit later in the show.
Oh yeah, one for me, I show you see the Lambo. God, he don't do the Lambo. Yeah, you try to see Ferrari. God, he don't do the da. Show you see the Lambo. God, he don't do the Lambo. You try to see Ferrari. It's going. Winning, ups and downs, but we still there. I'm for life, see we winning. My mommy used to tell me, my daughter, you're golden, shine your light so the world sees you, so they won't confuse you. Confuse. Mommy say, mommy want me, yeah. Mommy say, mommy say, mommy want me, yeah. Mommy you're a star, baby, you're a star. Anyway you smile so fine, anyway you shine so bright. Hey, you're a star, you're a star, you're a star. You're a star, you're a star, you're a star. Now I can say, mommy, I made it. Failed and built up my dreams, I did it. Every word out to mama, believe it. The sky's my beginning. Oh, I walk with forces, yeah. Holy Trinity, I'm body, yeah. Oh, long big body, me. Oh, long taking stunting. Oh, my lordy, all these foreign trips. Oh, all these foreign trips. Oh, my lordy, oh, long taking stunting. Millies, billies, money on me, I feel it. Money on me, I feel it. Swag and sticks, complete. Say millies and billies, I feel it. Every word out, mama believe. Everything I want, I get it. Oh, you're a star, baby, you're a star. baby, you're a star. Wow stars, wow stars, wow stars. Wow stars, wow stars, wow stars. Them try to off me, but I'm back. Holy Trinity, guide me on track. Call me Moshe, I'm your child. Guidance and blessings on us. While at it, we light up. Another blunt is going. Shey go road, you. Shey go road. Oh yeah, one for me. Show you see the Lambo. God, he don't do the Lambo. Yeah, you try to see Ferrari. God, he don't do the da. Show you see the Lambo. God, he don't do the Lambo. You try to see Ferrari. It's going. God, he don't, but I might pray, gosh, come my tea, gosh, come my steez up. God, he don't, but I might pray, gosh, come my tea, gosh, come my steez up. God, he don't, but I might pray, gosh, come my tea, gosh, come my steez up. Laulua lunche o laulua ni mio, laulua lomo.
All right, welcome back. That was a great performance there by Icon. All right, we've got tech this morning, and our topic this morning is digital citizenship. Early education on the right use of social media. Frederick, of course, is back here in the house. It's great to have you, Frederick. You're welcome. And it was not so easy to come because of the fuel situation, but you are here now.
Yeah.
All right, great to have you. So, when you say digital citizenship, what do you mean by digital citizenship?
All right. So let's bring it down to, normal citizenship.
Okay.
Because when we add digital, it will look like we are talking about a different thing. There is rules, right? There are expectations, there are obligations that is expected of every citizen of every nation.
Okay.
Right? You're expected to be patriotic, you're expected to do a lot of things. But now when we're bringing it to digital citizenship, it's now about what type of person are you in the digital space? All right? How do you, interact with people? Do you respect people's privacy? Do you, are you ensuring that you're not being catfished in the digital space, right? So that whole culture that you're supposed to actually live out in physical, right? Now, how you live out that same culture in the digital space, okay, that is what could stem you either a good digital citizen or a bad one.
Are there rules? Is the digital space an ethical or a moral-based space that you talk about good rule or good citizenship, and is there anything like that?
Yes,
good
of
citizen
course.
of a digital space or a bad citizen, I don't know.
Of course, whenever there is a gathering of people,
yeah,
and there is no rule, chaos is bound to happen.
Okay,
right?
okay,
So in the digital space, like in social media, for instance, first off, rule number one, respect people. In social media, it seems as if everybody is age mates. Yeah. Because you can't call anybody Mr. There's no Mr. in your name on Facebook.
Exactly.
So a 12-year-old can see you and just call you by your name.
Yeah.
Right? But then actually, there is a rule, what we call social media etiquette. There's digital etiquette, respect people, mind how you talk to people, and also mind the type of people you are talking with. Okay, in digital citizenship, there are 9 parts to it. There is the digital commerce, about what you buy and what you sell. Okay. All right. Then there is the digital etiquette I've already mentioned.
Yeah.
There's digital health. There's digital downtime. That is you knowing when to withdraw, when to keep your device, when to go off the digital space and interact with people around you.
Okay.
There's digital safety. There's also what's called digital security, about your password, the type of password that you use, so that you don't get easily hacked or something. Okay. Right? Then there's digital responsibility.
I like this.
Okay.
I like this.
Based on somebody have dropped it, but even from the type of post you're even making, right? From the type of post you're making to how people interact. On social media we call it cruise, cloud chasing, but actually in digital etiquette, all those things are not supposed to be.
A case is just what happened recently between speed dialing thing and burner-ball.
And yes, exactly.
In those kind of scenarios. So we're saying that even before you even try to say, oh, this person did wrong by trying to arrest somebody, you yourself should maintain digital etiquette, motivation, digital responsibility. I can see 2 of the 9 arms that you say that are being flouted in this particular scenario.
Exactly.
So generally, with our use of social media and all of that, and with all of these things that you outlined, how does one, for younger people who are coming to this space, how do they get, a lot of them come in without, in quote, knowing these things. Education. And, you know, Elon Musk, as a person who goes on, who is, of course, the owner of X, goes on about the freedom of speech and how people can say what they need to say. Where can we draw the line or put that balance when it comes to freedom of speech and at the same time, in some ways, trying to ensure that people don't, you know, go out of line? How can we make a balance there?
Yeah. So, you know, if you don't educate your child enough, right, social media is a place where it looks like there is no rules. I used to say that, you know, everything to everybody now is content, right? But then you don't also think about what's going to happen after you hit that post, right? So in the topic, we said early education. I always say that everything about how we live our life, how children are going to turn out to be in the society, is about moral upbringing, okay? Some parents don't even really care about what, you know, some persons will look at some posts and be like, does this person even have brothers and sisters, bigger brothers, father or mom, right? They don't care about what their children are doing on the social media space. So it's about, I always say that at this point, families should have what I call social media discussion. What's trending? Daddy, mommy, children. Let's talk. So there's something that is trending. You need to actually start telling your child that this one is good, this one is bad. All right? Because if you just think that it is just about, okay, make sure that you greet somebody when you see them walking on the street, make sure you, it's not just, a lot of people now spend more time online than in the physical world. By the time we get into the metaverse, almost everybody. Have you seen that movie called
Real Player One?
Real Player One, you know, such that everybody wants to live inside the social online space.
When that happens and it's accessible to everybody, good network. I mean, when people are out here and you are feeling that life is not treating you good, it's easier to go into there in some form of an avatar or something and live your life
you
there.
Want to do. Exactly.
Wonderful.
So it's all about early education. What are you telling the child about? Facebook does this, TikTok does it. There are social media places that I really don't encourage children to be in. Places like Likey, Snapchat, you know, TikTok.
Oh, Snapchat is not for kids. They shouldn't open that something.
But guess what? Many children are now having fun on all of these places because parents don't even really care, right? So sometimes, I used to say that when your child is sleeping, somehow, gain access to their device, find out what they are doing on the social media space.
Very
you know,
true.
because if you don't start, especially when you start early, from 7, you don't wait for them to become teenagers before you start turning them into prayer points. You need to start at the early stage when they can still hear your voice and when even they don't get to go on social media, tell them, see, there is also a space, a digital platform where you're going to be spending your life on. So all these moral values I'm trying to impart on you, it doesn't stop in physical interactions, even digital interactions, right? From the people you talk to the people you're listening to, because social media can have much more impact on the child than what the parent is telling him
Frederick,
about.
this was an explosive session. It was short, but you see what? Go.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Mary.
Oh, Lore Ofe.
Chineke kiwe.
Alágbára gíga How are you, my dear?
Fine. So I am invisible, right? You can't see me. You don't know how to greet somebody.
No, ma, I greeted both of you.
And in your little brain, you think that the greeting is enough for both of us. If you give us our greeting separately, now, the ground will swallow you.
Wonders shall never end. Is it because of ordinary greeting that you want to kill the girl now?
Yawanya, was I talking to you? Is it your business? I'm sorry, ma. Good evening, ma. Good evening,
Ma, I just wanted to let you know that I'll be making egusi soup for dinner.
That's fine.
Very nice.
Okay, ma.
I don't put any kind of leaf in the egusi because my son does not like it.
Egusi without leaf, it looks like you visited the native doctor before you gave birth to that your son.
I was not talking to you. We should be respecting each other in this house.
I'm sorry. Imago, this egusi soup you're about to make, because don't put palm oil. Hey! My daughter doesn't like palm oil.
What type of flavor?
Oh, my Albarka.
Wait, I don't understand. Egusi without palm oil. What exactly is being cooked? I'm trying to understand. But really, that was a really good one. And my goodness, I can't wait to see it live happening for like 30 seconds. That's me giving you a hint, too. But then, of course, our final guest is on the couch this morning. And she's none other than Imo Ebo. It's so good to have you in the studio with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I should let you know, I should let you know that she's an actor, a film producer, a creative leader as well. She's been in major productions like Jennifer's Diaries, King of Boys, and she's also produced a notable number of films like Sade and Giddy High Life. So it's so good to have you here, really.
Thank you very much.
Wow. I'm trying to decide where to start from. But let's start from the earliest that we can remember, and that's High School Musical. Few people remember that there's been only one High School Musical in Nigeria. And I believe the lead actor was Min Jin. Min Jin was the lead actor back then.
Yes.
What was it like for you? Was that what piqued your interest? Was that where your career started, or it was even before then?
It was long before then, and that was what made me stop for a long time as well.
Are you serious?
Yes, because since I was 8, I wanted to act because I met Auntie Funke through my sister who was in the industry, and then a husband who was in the industry as well. Okay. So since 8, I wanted to act, and years later, after I graduated from university, I went for NYSC, came back, and I auditioned, paid 5,000 naira to audition for High School Musical with this company that was sponsored by First Bank and stuff. And then those of us who got in, we rehearsed for weeks.
It was actually a lot.
Yes, we rehearsed for weeks. It was stage production, musical. Yeah. You have to rehearse for a long time. We rehearsed for weeks and then we performed. And when we were not paid, my mother is like, this is not where you're going to be. Do you know what?
I don't know. You guys are not paid.
Go back and wait for Foreign Affairs in Abuja until you get a job at Foreign Affairs or ECOWAS. Don't come back.
Wow. So how did you handle it?
I was young. I was new. I was not, the Gen Zs now are bolder, so no 21-year-old will be waiting for that. I wrote a letter to fight, but they did not answer me.
They did not.
So, I mean, it just went like that. And I don't think there's anybody who cares about thinking about that money now. Everybody has moved on. People are doing what they want to do or what they can do now. But me, I'm like, I came back here. I said,
you must
stay here.
Yes.
So I came back in 2014.
Okay.
And resumed again.
That's good. That's actually pretty brave of you. So since then till now, what has your career been like? Did that particular performance help your industry, proficiency, or was it just something that just happened and then the real you, when it comes to the industry, came about as the years progressed?
I would say the real me started in 2018.
Okay.
After my parents passed.
Oh.
Because between 2014 and 2018, I moved back to Lagos to start, and I found out that my dad wasn't feeling well, and my mom joined him in 2017. And by 2018, both of them decided that they wanted to go to heaven and have a date. So my mom left earlier, March 30. My dad joined her June 30. So they did Mother's Day month and Father's Day month. I just went. I mean, I used that to calm myself down.
Okay. So after that, you decided to really put myself
into it, yes.
Into it. Because there was nobody to tell you that you better bring the money home and all that.
Yes.
On the
So it was around that time I did Shade that never made it out. Story for another day. Or
I was about to
story
ask
never
what
to
happened.
tell, but it was the beginning of producing for me. And
It was a lesson anyway.
It was a lesson I learned. A lesson I learned that taught me something later on. And the next one I jumped on was Giddy High Life.
Okay.
And when I went to study acting at Ebony Life Creative Academy, sponsored by Lagos State Government, I co-produced with 3 other producers, because in the class you end up producing with 3 other producers. So you have the different types
Like
of
a project.
Yes, a project. And we produced a film that won Best Film.
Nice.
And we had like 7 other awards.
Nice. That's impressive.
Yes.
Okay, so Jennifer's Diaries, that's what many people know you for. How did you get on board that one?
Like I said, I grew up knowing Auntie Funke. So one day, this was earlier, like I was still in Abuja after my NYSC. She's like, "Hello, Imo, do you still sing?" I'm like, "Yes, ma." "Okay, I wanted to be on Jennifer's Diary." At that time, I think Dana just started, so we're still buying our tickets. Okay, no. I'd finished NYSC, so I couldn't buy that cheap one. But it was still cheap. It was like 10K or something, or 14K or something. So I just quickly flew to Lagos, did my one scene on Return of Jennifer 2, and went back. Then later on, she called me for Jennifer's Diary. It was only 2 episodes I did, but a lot of people remember my face from there. I'm like, this face is now like 2 times bigger and fatter. How do you remember? And well, there are new films that people remember me for, like The Wildflower, because of the kind of role I acted. It was very relatable. I was a pastor's wife who was coming to testify against somebody who raped a girl. So I'm like, oh, he raped me one time. So this is a film. Oh. It's a film.
Because I was about to ask that. Do you have
there's no pastor I have.
There's no personal experience of such that
No,
you've had?
no.
Okay.
Luckily, thank God. I mean, this is not to say that those who have experienced it are lucky. I really feel for them. And tomorrow being the day of the girl is not something that women should face or any girl should face.
As a person, what inspires you? Because I see that you're passionate about education on the one hand, besides your acting career as well. What inspires you?
It's development, basically. So I went to university really early, between 14 and 18, and those were the periods where we had the MDGs, Millennium Development Goals, and we had Yaradua as our president at the time, like Obasanjo into Yaradua. And before Yaradua passed, that was when I was just finishing university, so it was all about development. And before that, actually, I'd been volunteering since I was 11, from Child to Child Network to Baba for Women's Human Rights, and then orphanage support team in Covenant University, where we were visiting orphanages every month, except on holidays. And then the Easter holidays, we used to bring all of them to school to have like a fun fair and party with them, just to make them feel like you can party, you know. So I just got used to that. Then by the time I moved to Abuja, I got introduced to other people who were in this field. By 21, I registered at Ansonia Foundation and continued to work with orphanages, and I pivoted to public school students. And now we have somebody who we're sending to school. Because we don't have plenty money yet like that. We're not very buoyant. So instead of just spreading it across and just doing like the barest minimum, but like we'll reach our full potential. So let's face one person and make sure that this person gets to a very good level in life with education. So it has always been about development, and if we can develop one person, especially a woman, if you train a woman, if you try to bring development to a woman, you develop or you train other people, because women, we know how to multiply.
That's true. Okay, so now let's touch on your foundation. Now, that foundation, would you say it has also been fruitful, so to speak, aided by your career, or is it something that stands alone?
Okay, so at the moment it stands alone and I've not even been pushing. So I'm readjusting some things with CAC now and Nigerian government, tax office and all of those things. So it has been film. So I went to Ebony Life Creative Academy, like I told you, and I didn't stop there. I've now started producing more. Tomorrow being the day of the girl, I'm releasing something called 28 Days. I've been so comfortable talking about period all my life because I started my period when I was 11 years old. And the day of the girl across the world is 11th October, which is my own birthday month. So I'm like, okay, this would be a good day to talk about period because it's something very important to me. I started at 11. I was a girl. I mean, other people say they're late bloomers, or maybe they started at the right time. I mean, I started too early, you know. But it would be nice
People start at 8, 9 now. So.
Yes, it'd be nice to talk about.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to talk about it through film. And I made a 5-minute short film on period, yes, and we're going to do more on that. A lot of people have written about endometriosis, PCOS, and fibroid, but the beginning of that thing, where your body starts to change, you start growing boobs and other things change in your body, and then blood starts to come out. It'd be nice for people to know about it.
Thank you so much. I really admire your resilience, and I also admire your dedication to everything you're involved in. Well done, Imoibo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you know what? We'd like to reward you today with Chinese egg fried rice. Did you come with an empty belly?
Yes, empty, because I've been trying to trim down.
Don't worry, we are going to
I will cancel it.
Let's head to the kitchen right now for breakfast.
All right.